Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Mara Zimmerman. I am so happy and honored and grateful to be here to collaborate with the Consulate General of India here in Chicago. Such a blessing and an honor to share India's gift to the world, share the gifts of yoga and wellness and well-being that have really modernized from these ancient practices and are relevant here for all of us today. So as we begin, just give yourself a few moments to settle in. We have the same minute as we begin, and sometimes we might feel rushed in that minute or a little bit scattered. So we're just gathering up our energy so you can be present for this self-care time. Allow yourself to begin in a way that you can start to relieve any stress right from the beginning. Just simply sitting in good posture and tuning into your breathing will help increase the quality of your breath. And it's a trick or a distraction from your mind and your thoughts and your feelings to be focused on your breathing to help us be more mindful, to be more present in the here and the now. It's normal as we go along. You will start to drift your mind to other thoughts, other places. As soon as you notice this is happening, it's a mind training. Just bring your mind gently back to the breath each time that happens. Same thing will go for your feelings, emotions, or senses that arise. Just notice them, can even honor them, witness them, but we're not going to pay too much attention to them. You're just going to bring the focus right back to the breathing. We'll take a few breaths here. We're beginning just with a natural breath, just balancing your inhale with your exhale. We want to try to match the length of your inhalation and your exhalation. If you notice that one side of your breath comes more naturally or actually is more strained, you do want to pay attention there. You want to find a balance. See if you can do that here to begin. We'll just take one more breath here. Very nice. So if you would like to bring your hands up to your heart center, want to begin with a quiet minute, help us get grounded and help us be in the moment, to come from the thoughts and all the feelings and just come more into our heart center, that self-loving, loving kindness place where that begins within, showing up for ourselves first before we bring ourselves into the world. So with good intentions and positive thinking, we begin with a quiet minute, balanced breathing, recharging, focusing, even as we relax and breathe. I will guide us out on the other end. Enjoy. Okay, very nice. If your eyes are closed, you can go ahead and open them, but the focus continues to remain within. Today, as we begin moving, remember to do your poses safely and carefully so they will serve you best. Each time, if you've been following these classes, I aim to give you a strong foundation with the yoga poses and with your breath and your posture, helping to balance your mind, body, and connect us to one another, even spiritually, and to yourself. Sitting near a window, literally connecting to nature if possible, but certainly tuning in to connect to your own inner nature here. So doing your poses safely and carefully so they will serve you best. Let's go ahead and come up to standing good posture. We will be in good posture in every one of our positions. The word asana that you hear at the end of the pose literally means pose or posture, and that is referring to good posture if we are standing, sitting, twisting, side bending, or upside down, even lying down. Keep that in mind, not only during this yoga practice here, but that mindfulness can carry into your posture, into your daily lives, our work lives, our professional lives, even into our sleep, to consider that brain-body connection and how good posture will help balance our breathing and our nervous system and the hormones and help us tune in a little bit more to our inner needs and not be so controlled by what is going on in the outer world. That helps to bring that inner peace, even for moments. Just notice even the moments you can have in your life. Those moments do add up. One more breath here. Tadasana, standing good posture, mountain. Very nice. Okay, let's begin here in tree pose, Virksasana. Nice, safe pose to begin, but gets us focused and concentrating into our balance right away. You can always hold a chair or the wall or something for balance. Your hands could begin on your hips. Your foot can remain on the floor like a kickstand. Just remember, everything's light. Try to be light in each pose. If you're coming up to balance, you could be on your ankle or anywhere on the leg that feels safe or good for you. Just remember not to put pressure onto your knee. If you step down or fall down, just come back again. You're always building on the pose. One more. Beautiful. And slowly release all the way down. Very nice. Go ahead and switch sides. On the left, lift the right. Remember to be symmetrical. It may look very different and feel very different at first, but you do want to work at looking the same. So bring your body into the same position on each side. Balancing, focusing, and relaxing. One more. Wonderful. And come on down and all the way down. Take a breath. Wonderful. Okay, let's do our standing poses. If it's morning for you, as it is here in Chicago, these are wonderful poses to start the day after you have been lying down for the night. So arms come out to the side, legs are open, both legs are straight, toes are pointing, both the right toes forward and the left toes a bit forward as well. Open up the arms, inhale, and exhale, tilt. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Hip to spine is opening first, then through the chest, shoulders, the shoulder blades. Reach through both hands, and then relaxing with your exhale into the stretch. One more. Balancing. Inhaling, come up. It's great one pose yoga in the morning or any time of day for a break, a breath, a mind, body, brain connection. Inhale. Exhale, tilt. No need to overstretch. Balancing, relaxing, and breathing. One more. Inhaling, come up. Beautiful. Switch sides. Bend very deeply into the right knee for Virabhadrasana 2. Warrior 2, that peaceful warrior. The back toes, left toes are pointing a little bit towards the front. There's a little bit of a back bend here. Working the hip strength and the shoulder strength, looking out over the right fingertips. Take one more breath. Then reverse your warrior, left arm down, right arm up. Inhale, gently stretch. And then exhale, come on down. The forearm either goes onto the knee or reaches for the floor, and the left arm's either on the hip or out over the ear. Stretch, extended side angle, balance, and breathe. And grounding your feet, inhale back up through neutral, very nice, and go ahead and switch sides. Bending deeply into the left knee, reaching the arms in both directions, gazing over the left fingertips, Virabhadrasana 2, peaceful warrior, breathe. Then reverse it, left arm up, right arm down, inhale. And then exhale, whatever you did on the first side, hand on the knee, left arm on the knee, right hand on the hip, or left arm to the floor, right arm out over the ear. Stretch, relax. Grounding the feet, inhaling, coming all the way up. Beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead and come to a straddle, Konasana. The wider you are, the closer the floor will be. Turning the toes in a little bit, you will be engaging the outside, the side body a little bit more. Hands around your hips, the elbows naturally come toward each other. That's going to open the heart center, stretch through the chest and shoulders. Gently lift the chin, inhale, and exhale, coming forward and down. Just leave your hands on your hips for now. Just hang out with gravity. Take the weight a little bit into the balls of your feet. Relax your neck. One more. Good. Slowly inhale, come on up. And pause, take a breath. Good. We're going to do a few of these. I'll show you the variations this week. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, this time reach for the floor. Just relax, bringing your head towards the floor. It may never get there. Just bring it down towards the floor. Tilt the weight forward, reach your hands down. One more. And then releasing gently, hands back to your hips, elbows in, come on back up. Pause for a breath. Okay, another one. You're going to interlace your hands gently behind your back. If that's not comfortable for you, you could hold on to your elbows and relax there. And then you could also just put one hand on top of the other and rest them on your lower back. Never strain. Yoga is always healing. So make sure you can relax and enjoy each position. So wherever your hands are, you're gently lifting up, stretching, and exhaling, just come forward and down again. Weights in the balls of the feet, relaxing your head to the floor. One more. And then release the hands to the hips and come on back up. Good. Pause one more time. Then arms come out to the side. Go ahead and just come back up to standing good posture. Very nice. Pause here for a breath. Wonderful. Let's do our Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Inhale, reach up. Arms are going to come a little bit back towards the ears. Tuck the pelvis under and exhale, bend. Reach through both arms even though you're bending. And inhale, come back up. Exhale the other way. And then inhale again, back up. And arms are coming down to your side. Pause for a breath. Very nice. Okay, I'm going to show you two more half moons here today. Ardha Chandrasana, the next one we're going to do right away. And then the one right after that, I'm going to give you a warm up for it. We're going to come down onto your right knee. Again, some of these poses repeating from class to class, and others will be inserting a few new ones or different ones for a challenge and for enjoyment. So left arm to the straight leg, right arm reaches up, and exhale is over. It's just a nice, gentle side bend. Ardha Chandrasana, another half moon. And then inhale, back up, and exhale, come down. Very nice. Switch sides. You can always be putting something under your knee. If it's more comfortable than being just on the floor, put a pillow or a blanket or a towel. Right arm to right leg. Left arm reaches up. Exhaling to the side. Wonderful, gentle, basic poses. Inhale, back up, and exhale down to the side. Very nice. Okay, back up to standing good posture. Pause for a breath. Okay, we're going to do Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3 to get us ready for one more half moon I will teach today. And if the next half moon does not work for you, you're going to repeat the one we're doing here and now. You could be holding a wall again, or a chair, or just reaching out into thin air. We're coming onto your right leg and we are lifting the left. Gently along the spine, work the postural muscles. Relax, point the toes down. If you step down, just come back. Breathe, pause. And then slowly release. Take a breath. Okay, switch sides. On the left, lift the right. Same thing goes, be symmetrical. If you're holding on to something, you could be light with your holding. It could just be nearby and you're touching something. You don't have to be grabbing onto something. Just be light. One more. And then slowly release. Pause for a breath. Okay, I'm going to show you another Ardha Chandrasana here today that's coming up. You can try that, or you can repeat Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3 that we just did. So we're coming into either just stepping onto your leg and reaching, or we're actually reaching towards the floor. Very lightly, one down, arm, and one leg up. Half moon. Take a breath. And then slowly release. Great. We're going to pause, switch sides. On the left, lift the right. Either just come out, reach, or try to find the floor. Lift a leg and an arm. Ardha Chandrasana on the other side. More difficult, but for fun, it can be challenging. And then slowly release. Pause for a breath. Wonderful. Okay, let's do a half sun salutation here. Ardha Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, reach, stretch. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, look up halfway, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold down. Grounding your feet, come on back up. Inhaling, reach, stretch. And exhaling the arms down by your side. Pause for a breath. Good. We're going to do a chair pose here today. Utkatasana. Sit back like you're in a chair. If you can touch the floor, great. If not, you're just reaching toward it and reach. Strengthening the hips, the legs, balancing, sitting, but stretching up. One more. And then slowly release. Pause for a breath. Wonderful. We're going to do Uttanasana. We're just going to do a standing folding forward bend here. And we're going to put our hands on our hips and take your feet hips width apart. Again, lifting from the heart center, the chest and shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, just come forward and down. You could stop halfway and hold something if it helps. If you're reaching towards the floor, you could hold your legs or ankles. Unless your hands reach towards the feet or the floors, that's great. Either way, just be able to take a relaxed breath. You are also tilting the weight into the balls of the feet here for this folding forward bend. Cool down for a moment. Couple of breaths. One more. And then grounding your feet, hands back to your hips, elbows in. Slowly bring yourself back up to a stand and pause for a breath in good posture. Beautiful. Okay, we're getting down to the floor. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up halfway, lengthen your spine, and exhale, fold. We're stepping back to a push-up plank position. We are dropping the knees. If your plank does not look or feel like a plank, make it the integrity about your shoulders and your arms. Your knees are down on the floor or up, and then slowly we're lowering to Chaturanga, your yoga push-up, elbows in. Then come all the way to the floor and onto your forearms for Sphinx. Sphinx is a wonderful one pose yoga. It's charging all the major chakras along the body, along the spine. Just relax here and allow your body and mind to energize and connect. Oftentimes our bodies are moving in parts, We want to try to be more integrated, more whole, more holistic in our thinking, help us be more intuitive, balance that with our life experiences, our knowledge. One more breath here. Tuck the chin a bit. Okay, for today, I'm going to add in plank on your forearms. It's another nice way to strengthen your upper body, but the other reason I'm showing you is because for some of us, your wrists might be very tight in yoga at first with the planks and the downward dogs and those positions. So coming onto your forearms can give your wrists a break. So that's what happens here. You're going to tuck your toes and just lift in Sphinx. You could also drop your knees like we did in our other plank. Either way, take a breath. And then come down and rest gently. Relax, pause. Good. Elbows in. Hands by your chest for a little cobra. Push up. Inhale. Tuck the toes. Lifting all the way up. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog is a resting pose. So pause here. Relax. One more. Okay, and then we're coming down to our forearms again, like we did in plank and Sphinx. Come on down onto your forearms for a dolphin dog. Working off your wrists, a different part of your shoulders. Just relax here, relax your neck, lift up. One more. Good. And then go ahead and drop down to your knees. Come on up to your hands and knees. We're going to do a little cat-cow. Very nice. Your feet can either be flat or tuck your toes under. Again, when we talk about wrist and ankles, be very gentle. Yoga is going to begin to open up parts of your body that you may not usually open in other exercise or at all. So do that gently and mindfully, and everything will come in time. Being patient with your body. Inhale, look up, mostly through the chest and shoulders, gentle with your low back, and then exhale, round. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. One more time. Inhale, look up, lengthen. And exhale, round. And then just come back to neutral for a breath. Pause. And come on down to your stomachs. Shalambhasana. Reach your hands behind you. Wonderful. Another wonderful one pose back bend to uplift our spirits and balance our moods and mental health energy. Hands down, chest and feet up. If you're feeling foggy and need to get focused and clear the mind, brain connection, get back into the heart. This is a wonderful pose. Lift the hands on the next breath. Everything's up. If you need to rest, go ahead. And then one more, bend the knees, reach towards your feet. If you can grab them, great, but you don't need to, never strain. If you have another variation of this pose, go ahead. Dhanurasana, bow, take a breath. Good. And then everybody rest for a breath on your stomach. Good, one more time, hands come by your chest, elbows in for a nice cobra. Lift up, inhale. And then tuck the toes, lift up. One more downward facing dog. Take a breath. And then drop down to your knees and sit back on your heels. Pause for a breath. All of the poses help prepare us for meditation, for a more mindful, present state of mind. All of the conscious breathing, the pranayama, moving around to energize us. So allow the oxygen to settle in on a cellular level. Pausing here. One more. Very nice. We're going to do one more back bend here before the final one on our backs. We're going to come up onto our knees for camel ustrasana. There's many variations you could be doing of this pose. There's modifications, and then there's much deeper versions that go into this pose. If you need or want those, please do them safely and carefully. I will be showing you the basic foundational points to this pose. If you need something underneath your knees, again, to make it more comfortable to relax, go ahead and do that. Your feet can be flat or up on your toes. We're going to do one arm at a time. You're going to reach your left arm back towards your left heel and reach your right arm up in the air, looking up gently, stretch, inhale, half Ustrasana, Ardha Ustrasana. And then we're going to switch sides. Right arm's going to come to the right heel. Again, you can be up or down. If my toes are up, my foot is just closer. There's less straining, especially early in the morning. Some of us are going to be real flexible and some of us are not. So just meet yourself where you are. And then come on out, and we're going to pause for a breath. Yoga is going to require strength and flexibility. It's going to require balance and presence. You're going to notice some of that will come more naturally to some of us, and some of us it will not. So just lean into the areas that are natural for you and allow that energy to expand into all the different aspects. We're going to come up, and either you are repeating half Ustrasana, Ardha Ustrasana again, one arm to one foot, or we're going to go for both arms at the same time. If you want to do both arms at the same time and leave your hands on your hips, you could do that and just look up. If you want to try to reach for the heels, you could do that as well. Just be gentle. Make that camel hump. Breathe. And then everybody gently release and sit back down. Pause for a breath. Very nice. Okay, come onto your back. We're going to do Setu Bandhasana, our bridge pose. I always like to get this one in. Bend your knees, put your feet flat on the floor, reach your hands towards your heels, keep your chin tucked, and go ahead and lift your hips. Breathe. It's a wonderful restorative yoga pose. You could stay in here, put something under your hips and relax. One more. And then slowly come down and release. Pause on your back. Okay, so at this point, I like to give an offering that if there is a back bend or any pose we have not done to this point that you want to make sure you get in for yourself today, please do that safely and carefully. Otherwise, we're all going to just go ahead and lift up again for Setu Bandhasana, our bridge pose. And I will show you Chakrasana, the wheel, if you like to move into that one as well. Otherwise, just stay here. This is a great basic pose, can do any time of day. Otherwise, hands are up by our ears, push it up, wheel, breathe. And everybody, wherever you are, slowly lower out. We'll pause for a breath. Very nice. And let's go ahead and bring yourself back up. Just rock up to a seated position. Feet together, knees apart, Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. We're going to sit upright for a breath or two. After all of the heating, warming, bigger poses, and the back bending, we're now slowing the energy down, finding that balance, that homeostasis, so that our body temperature regulate, relaxing, never forcing the forward bend after back bending. Inhale and exhale, gently come forward and down. Just relax your spine and neck, your hips and knees, remaining present by focusing on your breathing. Start to notice there's probably some areas in your body still demanding some attention. Just breathe into it, find the balance. Maybe there's some areas you have not even noticed about yourself at all. See if you can tune in there today. One more. And then slowly release. Janu Shirshasana, our seated tree pose. Left leg bent, right leg is straight. Inhale, reach, and exhale, fold. You could actually bend the right knee if that was helpful to relax in the bend, or you can reach anywhere on that right leg that's comfortable for you. Relax and breathe. Cooling down, calming the nervous system. One more. And then slowly come up and release and switch sides. Left leg straight, right leg bent. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. However you did it on the first side, relax here on the other side. Couple of breaths. Good, one more. And slowly come up and release. Very nice. Let's do Dandasana. Just put your legs straight out in front of you. Your feet are like you're standing. Lift up from the chest and shoulders, but tuck your chin down. Reach your hands to the floor. Dandasana, seated, good posture, seated staff pose. Take a couple breaths. One more. Paschimottanasana, inhale, reach, and exhale, forward and down. You can also bend your knees here. Reach anywhere on the legs or feet that's comfortable. This pose is full body stretching from heels all the way underneath your legs, the back side of your body, and up your spine, through the shoulders and arms, connecting your hands down towards your feet. Relax your neck. One more. And slowly come up and release. Right leg forward, left leg bent. Bring it hips width apart, not right into your leg. We're going to go ahead and do a gentle twist here. Just sit upright for a breath. Inhale. And on your exhale, you're going to hug that left knee into your body, reach the left arm behind you, and gently twist. You might have another variation you like of this pose. Just do that safely and carefully. Wring out the body a little, and then slowly release. Left leg straight, right leg bent. Inhale, sit upright. And exhale, hug the leg in, reach the right arm behind you, or whatever variation you did on the first side. Breathe. And then go ahead and come back to neutral. Bring both legs out in front, but wider than your butterfly. Kurmasana, we're gonna do tortoise, turtle pose, feet together, knees apart. Reach your hands underneath your legs and hold your feet and ankles. Make a nice shell behind you and relax. Again, calming and cooling. Slow your breath down. Relax with each exhale. Never force the stretch. One more. And slowly come up and release. Very nice. Let's go ahead into Navasana. You're going to lift your feet up in the air for our boat pose. Work your core and your balance. This is another reminder where to keep it nice and light. Light on yoga and light in life. Lifting upright, breathing. If you want to try to straighten the legs, you could do that here. If you want to hold on to your feet, if that's natural for you. If you rock backwards in this boat, just rock back up. One more breath wherever you are. And slowly releasing all the way down to the floor onto your back. Then put your feet together, your knees apart for Supta Baddha Konasana, our reclining butterfly pose. Relaxing here on your back, you can reach your hands towards your feet, out to the side, or overhead. It's where we start to really allow that natural innate intelligence, that inner healing to happen just by pausing. You've done all the work to energize your body and your mind, to bring your spirit back to an uplifting place. Just pause here, your internal organs, having gratitude, our heart, our lungs, our breathing, for how our body is working, and pay attention to where we might need to improve our health any amount. Bring your knees into your chest, hug your knees in for a breath. Then drop your knees out to the right, arms come out to the side for another gentle twist, unwinding any amount more. Then bring your knees through neutral. Go ahead and gently drop them off the other way. Relax, breathe. Good. Bring the knees back into your chest. Good. Let's do one more of those twists here. Take your right leg straight and bring your left toes up to your knee. We're going to drop that knee gently over to the right with the right leg straight, the left knee bent, and twist. If you prefer the one we did before with both knees bent, do it again. Otherwise, this might just feel a little different, so try it. Then you're going to come back to neutral. Switch sides, straighten out the left leg, bend the right knee, inhale, and exhale, drop the right knee off to the left. Again, if you repeated both knees bent, just do it again. Otherwise, right leg straight, left knee bent, and twist. And inhale, come on back to neutral, and straighten your legs out to the side. I'm going to show you one I don't think we've done in this class yet. If you're not sure about this one, you can just watch for the first time and learn by listening. Sometimes the instruction can help. This is a final little back bend that's natural for some of us, Matsyasana, so your fish pose. You're going to bend your knees for a moment and just push your feet down so you can lift your hips like bridge. Take your hands and put them underneath your hips and rest on them. They could either be both palms flat on the floor or one palm on top of each other, depending what's comfortable. I'm just putting both hands flat on the floor next to each other under my hips like a cushion. Then my legs are going to straighten back out. That might be enough for you today. You can feel a little back bend here. Just try that. Otherwise, you're lifting up enough to pull your elbows underneath you. Like resting on my arms and my hands are underneath my hips. Maybe that's enough for today. Otherwise, fish, we are lifting up the chest, pushing on the elbows, and then looking up in the air. For some of you, your head will naturally rest on the floor. For some of you, it won't. You're just going to be looking up a little. Don't strain, just enjoy. Lift the heart one more time. If it's natural for you, you are even able to lift your legs wherever you are. One more. And then lifting up, take your hands underneath, and then slowly lower yourself to the floor. Matsyasana. So that we add a new one. It can be good for our bodies, but it's good for our brains to work through the instruction and bringing ourselves into a new position, helping us to be a little more comfortable in our bodies and minds. Pausing here on your back for another breath. Then we're going to lift your feet, both feet up in the air for candle. Another great restorative yoga. You could just leave your feet here for a while and hang out. If you want to come up for shoulder stand, you can do that here. Looking up at your toes, again, putting the weight into the arms. If you want to do bringing your legs over your head in a plow, halasana, you can do that here. Knees can be bent or straight. Then everybody's back up in the air. Keep your neck and head safe by putting the weight in your arms. And then everybody using your core can lower all the way down to the floor. Touch your feet here for grounding, reaching your hands towards your heels. Pause. And then everybody go ahead and straighten out your legs and lie completely flat on your back for our final resting pose, Shavasana. I'm going to come sit up and guide us through our final couple of minutes here together, through our final relaxation and our final meditation. So just allow yourself to feel your body weight relaxing and being supported by the floor. Also spiritually being uplifted and supported by each other. bringing in a healing, healthy, well-being prayer into your heart. We have done a lot of yoga here together today. Feel good about yourself and allow any improvements in. Allow baby steps towards healing and wellness. Begin to pay attention and notice any improvements. Just relax and enjoy moving into stillness and quiet. It is unique to yoga to lie down and pause at the end of our exercises. Give ourselves time to take in all the prana, the positive, mindful breathing, the consciousness that expands our energy that comes along with that. And just the gratitude for our bodies and what is working well. And let's even add in a prayer for the world, a healing prayer to take our inner strength that we are building here today, our inner peace, that well-being we're cultivating, to bring that into the world in a way to help anywhere, anyone less fortunate, in need, through our prayers and our actions. And may we have the strength to do so. So relaxing here just for about another minute. I'm going to guide us gently as you relax through the mindfulness of the 7 major chakras along your spine, just beginning at the base of your spine. As you are lying down, you are also recharging and restoring and getting ready for the day. Being grounded allows us to be ready. And then as we begin to move up through the 2nd major chakra, we are able to take that grounding with us into our actions and even do our work with some joy, with some love and meaning and purpose. Moving up into our 3rd energy center, recharging and getting centered, noticing your energy and recharging it, balancing it when you need to. Moving up into our heart center, that place where we give and receive love to ourselves and others, help to repair the world. And into our throats, our voice, our quiet, our prayer, our blessings and song, and of course our silence, our community, our friends, our family, and the connectedness and interconnectedness of the whole world. Into our intuition, our 3rd eye, our wisdom, our knowledge, our intellect, and bringing that all together as we acknowledge in our crown our gifts, our talents, and the gifts and talents of others. So if you would like to remain on your back, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, we are coming up to seated good posture. Quietly, in meditation to finish, balancing, recharging, and enjoy. Okay, wonderful. Thank you everybody for joining here today. We will be here again on Fridays and Sundays at 8 a.m. Chicago Central Time. Thank you so much to the Consulate General of India for collaborating with me here today. And thank you all of you for joining. And may you enjoy some increased well-being from these beautiful yoga practice today. Namaste. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Namaste.